Aussie joke!
Thought I'd almost get on that one.
Yeah. I got a little one here from Tessa Wheeler in Caulfield, so it's South Caulfield. This woman in the divorce court, you see, and the lawyer has got her in the box, and he said, "Madam," he said, just a moment. This is my lawyer voice.
Yes, I'd quit there, Maurie.
He said, madam, he said, "Isn't it true that on April the 18th at noon, you committed adultery with a one-legged dwarf who was wearing a fright wig on the roof rack of a Toyota on the corner of Burke and Swanson Street? Isn't that true?" She said, "What was the date again?"
Okay, take our minds off that one, Shane.
There's one here from Narelle Green in Subiaco about the guy at the racetrack, punter, who used to get a little bit excited, and when he did, he got a little bit of a stir-starter happening, and he's run up to a bookmaker, and he said, I just backed a fur, I just backed a fur, I just backed it, and they go, "What, a 5 to 1?" He said, "No, I just backed a fur. He said, "I just backed a fur. He said, 15 to 1. He said, "No, I just backed a fur, I just backed a fur. He said, "Well, look, I haven't got time, it's a busy day, there's $50. He ran off to his mate. He said, "You're not going to believe that."
What did he say to his mate?
He said, "You're not going to believe that." He said, "I've just gone up to that bookmaker," and he said, "I just told him that I backed a 5-ton truck into his Rolls Royce and he gave me $50.
Love that. It's a classic old gag, that one.
Here's one from S. Brunacci from Relbia, Tasmania. This group of blokes gone out hunting, you see, and one of them turned up a bit late, and he's got his mangy mongrel dog with him, you see, and the fella said, "You're not going to bring..." He said, "This dog is the best little dog that ever looked through a collar." He said, "He will do anything I tell him, and nobody else. Nobody can tell him what to do." So the day went on, and some of the fellas said, "Listen," he said, "I'll bet you a bit of money." He said, "I can tell him what to do." The fella said, "Go for your life," put the money down. He said, "Sit." The dog stood straight up. He said, "Roll over." The dog walked off behind a bush. He said, "Come." The dog went even further. The bloke said, "All right, here's the money." They all tried, all through the day, except one bloke. And that night they're sitting round the campfire. And this fella said, he said, "I reckon I can tell that dog what to do, and he'll do it." The bloke said, "I'll bet you all the money that you won today." He said, "All right, it's on." Put the money down. He picked the dog up, walked over to the campfire, threw it straight on. He said, "Get off."
Here's one here from John Maxwell from Cowandilla in South Australia about the wine connoisseur in a restaurant. And he's tasting this particular vintage of Grange Hermitage. He said, "No, my good man," he said to the waiter, "no, that is not the 64. I ordered the 64. That's a 65 from the west side of the hill." He said, "Get me the 64. So after the guy went, returned, he had a sip. He said, no. He said, "That's the 63. You see, it's got a very sort of tanniny finish." He said, "No, I want the 64. Go and get me the 64. Now, there was an old drunk who was watching this from outside, and he staggered in. He's got off the counter, and he's got the thing, and he's got the bottle in his brown paper bag.
He'd just come from the races, right?
He'd just come from the track. And he said, fur. No. He said, he staggered up, and he's got the bottle in the brown bag. "Excuse me, stop, I'm watching this. This is fantastic. It's just the way you do with the 64, 63, 64. It's terrific. It's just, would you mind having a little bit of a conversation? Would you mind just telling me what's going on here?" So he poured out a little bit of this. The guy had a bit of a sip, and he went, "Oh, patooey, piper, poo." He said, "Oh!" He said, "That tastes like wheat." He said, "Yeah, but how old am I?" There you go.
One here from Carmen Tassoni in Canterbury, Victoria. This dear little old lady has rung her vet about midnight one night. That's answered the phone. He said, yes. She said, Doctor, she said, my 2 little doggies that I've got here, you know them, I just can't seem to get them apart. He said, listen, he said, you know what time it is? He said, look, he said, get them back in the water and throw over them. He said, I've tried that. He said, well, get a stick and hit them with it. He said, I've tried that too. He said, look, he said, carry them over to the phone, put them down and hang up. So she did that, and she said, just a moment. She said, if I do that, is that going to get them apart? He said, well, it worked with me.
Right, okay. We're going to give it to the bloke at the racetrack.
Oh, the fair. It was Narelle Green from Subiaco, Western Australia.
And Michelle, and thank you, Shane. Thank you, Maurie.
Thanks, guys.
Here's the prize.
Yes, congratulations. A television and audio package, including the new 34cm colour TV, AM, FM, portable stereo cassette recorder, and clock radio with removable Walkman. It took Cambrook to think of that. And our winner of this series of The Great Aussie Joke will take off with Thai International to exciting Nepal with Peregrine Adventures. Your Thai International flight takes you to remarkable Kathmandu, where Peregrine Adventures will guide you on a gentle trek into the spectacular Himalayas. 3 days of exciting rafting and an exotic wildlife safari. Brought to you by Thai International and Peregrine Adventures, Australia's leader in adventure travel.